of our Advent tea break. Give me a minute here. Now my do not disturb is on. Let me brighten up my screen. There we go. There we go. How's it going, everybody? I really apologize about yesterday. I'm just really tired. And I didn't like I said to Howie, I said, it's not like I've hit a wall like fibromyalgia or anything. It's like I just couldn't go any further. I'm just done. And I said to Howie, I don't understand. It's not even January. And I said, I just feel like I've painted myself into a corner, like mentally, emotionally, and physically. I'm just exhausted. And he goes, no doubt, darling. He said, I've been watching you since you started seeds in February, and you have not stopped. He said, why do you think I did all the floors for you? He said, because, just watching you do the dishes was painful, right? So I have decided that most of my videos, oh yeah, and I'm getting burns. I'm making stupid mistakes. You see this? See that? See, oh, actually, it blistered and that skin peeled off. That's a burn from when I was making Howard coffee in the Corningware pot. This is what I hate about bat wings, okay? I reached over the coffee pot to turn down the burner because it was boiling, and that's what steam does to really sensitive skin. And then there's this one. This one I got making popcorn. And I tried to do two things at once. I grabbed the bowl, I dumped the popcorn in it, and then I grabbed the bowl and I grabbed the pot to put it in the sink, and it's a heavy bottom big saucepan. And I grabbed the handle and it fell down, and the bottom of the popcorn pot hit my arm. It's like, oh God, already? All fucking ready? Honestly. Good Lord. I know. Oh, today's tea is really delicious, by the way. Now, oh, here it is. No, I'll tell you all about it hey, from the U.S. Well, most people here are from the U.S. except me. So this is a black tea, and of course the bottom, oh no, there it says grandfruit. And it's a combination of black tea, pomegranate, pine rosemary. I don't know, but it's really good with honey. It is really good as a black tea with honey. Hey, Tina. Okay, let me say hi to everybody. I'm going to roll my medication, and I have to remember the fan today. That's why I'm dressed in red. This weekend's going to be, well, I talked to Mel. She sent me a picture. Her belly's so, it looks like a tick ready to pop. She sent me a picture with her belly exposed, and it's shiny. She's going to the midwife today, and to see how things are progressing, and then we'll know more. Right? Howie's going to get off at noon on Friday. We're picking Briar up. He's picking Briar up Thursday night on his way home from work. And then we're going to pack the truck Thursday night. And then at noon or at 10:30 Friday morning, Briar and I are going to get in the truck, and we're going to go into Ottawa, and we're going to pick Howie up at work. And we're going to head for Peterborough. Well, see, normally that's what happens. I'm really careful because I do this a lot with the canning pot, with the pressure canners. And this skin is so stretched out and so sensitive and full of stretch marks. It's really, really delicate. There are just places I don't want to get burnt, and my underarms are one of them, and my yeah, anywhere I have stretch marks. Morning, Ninja Clan Kathy. All right, let me just say hi to everybody now that we've been talking for a little bit. Let's pop out the participants. Hey, Alice Silva, Elaine Trudeau. I'm just going to say Elaine because I don't know if you're related or not, but, it's not my favorite surname right now, and it's got nothing to do with you. Becky, Emerald Skies, Gigi Deb, Joanne McGilvery, KB Canner, Kitty Cat 88, Leanne, Linda Bop, Linda Willitson, Lola Granola, Martha Ma, how's it going? Mary Fair, Sage Spa, Sandy Candy, Shay Marie, Kathy Ninja Clan, Teresa Parmelo. Am I saying that right? Pomerlo, Ninja Clan Kathy, Tina Elliott, Chaos Angie, Yoshi Stephanie, and we are going to get rid of the one that has the fun in the name because I know. Where did my chat go? Where did my chat? Oh, okay. Because where's the one that has fun in the name? There we are. We got rid of him. You're going to be report pornographic stuff. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, y'all got your Rocky Road Fudge video today. Tomorrow is I'm showing you how I decorated the dining room. Friday will probably be the decorating of the tree. And that will be it. I will do my morning live streams. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the morning live streams while we're in Peterborough. All right? There may not be, but I'll try. It may be from my hotel room. I don't know. So anyway, I talked to hang on a second. I know porn bots, eh? Hey, Robin Rose. How am I this morning? I slept pretty good. Oh, yeah, there's so much things going on about him, Elaine, that, and you know what worries me is that everybody is, toting Pierre Poilievre to being the next savior of Canada. Well, excuse me, that's what they touted Trudeau as first. So as much as I am encouraged by Pierre Poilievre, and I've never voted Conservative in my life, but as much as I admire Pierre Poilievre, I'm afraid we're just doing the same thing over again. So I have no love for politicians whatsoever. So, didn't you have this nasty flu? I have it now. My body is one big knot of pain. I had it back over Halloween. And I had it from 31st of November. I had it for let's put it this way. November 31st is when it really showed itself. And last week I was feeling great and everything, but every once in a while I would just, and gunk would come out of my lungs. It's like, holy crap. It's like, okay, we're ready to let go now. That's like 3 weeks, right? The morning tea, Lori, is called Grand Fruit, and it's got pine rosemary and pomegranate in it, and it's a black tea, and it's really, really good. I know, it doesn't feel right. Who's a globalist? Trudeau or Pierre Poilievre? Never pressed send. um, Helen, hi there. Good morning. Did you get rid of me? No. Why would you think we got rid of you? Anyway, who cares about that shit, right? It's going to happen. It's going to be what it's going to be, right? So, what else? Yeah, I'm done. I'm just completely done. Howie came home from work last night and I said, "Can I have a hug?" And he went, "I suppose." And he walked in and he gave to the office and he gave me a hug and I went, "Bah!" And he said, "No, no, 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 no." He said, he said, and I said, he said, "Bev, it's Christmas. You always go through this time of missing your mom at Christmas, especially because she was the Christmas queen. We got a grandbaby coming. You're trying to please everybody. You're trying to be there for everybody, and you're not being there for yourself." So, hey, Corey, what did you do for relief? It depends. I had it in the chest. At first, it was 3 days of fevers and chills, and like bone crunching pain, like muscle spasming pain. And then after that, it was just cough, 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 cough. And I used Mucinex. Hey, Lazarick, how are you, darling? It's been a long time. Melinda Snow. For those just joining us, our Advent tea today is grandfruit. And that's why I'm drinking it out of the grandma cup. Because Mel's going to the midwife today and she's going to get news. Yeah, he just doesn't say it much. He is a very smart man. He is a very smart man. But he doesn't say those things to me until I recognize it first. Because he never tells me how I'm feeling. Ever. Until I say how I'm feeling. And then he'll say, "This is what's been going on in your life." Right? Good morning, Dita Richardson. Well, the grandbaby's not here yet. And Mel says to me, she said, "I think I'm going to have it on Sunday." I said, "Really?" I said, "'Cause we can always take an extra day. We can always take an extra day. If you go into labor on Sunday, Howie's texting work, and we're booking an extra day in the hotel. It's that simple. On Christmas, but they're inducing Monday or Tuesday instead." I know. We're taking Briar. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. Yeah, me too, Denise. Me too. There is a name. I just haven't been privy to it. I haven't been given those details. I will be given a name when I am introduced to my grandchild. Thank you, Holly. So, let me get some pain meds in me. Yes, we're taking Gracie. Actually, my sister's going to be home this weekend. She spends a lot of time, excuse me, got to reset the girls here. My sister spends a lot of time in Toronto with her sons. She has one son in Australia and two in Toronto. And she spends, like, when she goes down, when they pick her up, she goes down for doctor's appointments. She stays a week. Thank you, Linda. You say you want a revolution. Well, I know. I don't know how they feel about, I know they don't want their baby on social media. I may be allowed to post a couple of pictures in Patreon because I know. So she thinks she's going to have the baby on Sunday. I think she's getting a little ahead of herself. It's only the day after her due date. But she said if she doesn't, and it goes to Christmas, she's going to go through Christmas pregnant, and then, I don't know. I don't know. If she goes past Christmas, they're probably going to pull the plug. So. Oh, well, thank you. Did you guys see how I made my Christmas crown? My Snow Queen crown? I have 8 grandchildren and I'm only 49 years old. 6 girls and 2 boys. Wow, Tanya. Wow, my mother was going to be a grandmother when she died. My sister was pregnant with the first grandchild, 6 months pregnant when she died. And so and she was only 43. And I always found that really sad because I never got to see my grandmother, either of my grandmothers. They both died before I was born. So this whole grandmother thing has like a breaking of the chain of events for me. You know what I mean? I got my first grandchild in October and my children bought me a pug puppy for Christmas. Oh my goodness. Hey, Donna, how are you, darling? Well, we're glad you could make it. Candy Booth. Arthur made a joke when when he moved to live with his dad when he was 14. When he came back, when he came back for a visit, I had Emma, our boxer. And then he went back to New Brunswick. And when he came back again, I had a pug. And he goes, Mom, you don't have to get a dog every time I leave. Have 8 grandchildren. I'm going to be 59 in a couple of weeks. And what's the date today? I'm going to be 59 in a month. And one of my wedding pictures. That's me, my dad in the hat. And that's me sitting next to him and my 3 brothers and my sister. That's on our wedding day. One of these days I'm going to find the best of those pictures. Cuz I think that's the last time we were all together in one spot. Oh, well, there you go. 42 with 13 grand. What did you do? Start having babies at 12, Shay? Or did you do like my friend and cheat and get married to somebody with 3 kids when you had, or with 2 kids when you had 3 of your own, and then you're like 28 years old going, I got 5 kids. It's like, what? Wow. Grandchildren. Like, I'm really looking forward to having a grandchild. I really am. Our roof is not getting done this year. Because now I have to replace the sidewall, the top cappings, and the liner of my pool. And also, I have to fix the motorhome. So the roof is going to have to survive until next summer. Not this coming summer, the following summer. I just hope it does. I made my mom a grandma when she was 39, but that's what happens when your parents get married at 16. I bet. Twin granddaughters. I have twin nieces. My oldest grandchild is 12 years old. Wow. I have 5 granddaughters and 4 great-granddaughters and 1 on the way. Holy smokes. Well, you know what? I'm just happy. I'm just happy it's coming. Like, I'm happy I'm going to be a grandmother. My mother, but see, when, that's what I mean when the moment I found out I was going to be a grandmother, I became a grandmother. The moment I got pictures of me, she's like, oh, because she's like 3.5 months pregnant, and I'm like kissing her belly, and I'm kissing her and got one hand on her belly, and she's like, okay, somebody's really excited. But, I said to her last night, I said, I'm really proud of you, Mel. She's beautiful, by the way. She just literally glows. And I said, I'm really proud of you, Mel. And she said, why? I said, well, in the beginning, you seemed really terrified. She said, Bev, I've been terrified all along. I'm just getting over the shock of being pregnant. And now the baby's almost here. I'm just getting over the shock. She said, but I totally love being pregnant. And she said, I'm not doing this again. I looked at both their hands. So there will be another. I said, well, we don't need to talk about that, Mel. I said, you may change your mind down the road. I said, you've got two sisters, and Arthur has 7 siblings. It's not the nature of people with siblings to have only children. I said, you'll look at Andrew and Jackie's little Georgia and Eleanor playing together, and it's gonna happen. It's just, you're not gonna be able to help yourself. But I said, now is not the time to talk about a second baby. It really isn't. I have 2, Sammy. I have Arthur and I have Briar. And Briar said, I'll probably never have kids. I'm not convinced he's ever even kissed a girl. There's another burn. God. But Briar does things in his own time. Always has, always will. I can see Briar working somewhere when he's like 35, 40 years old, and some woman, he looks up from something, and some woman looks into those melted chocolate brown eyes and that long, glorious brown hair and that fuzzy beard, and they're going to look into his melting brown eyes, and they're going to fall in love, and it's not going to matter a whit what he thinks. Like, he'll fall in love too, but I mean, yeah, I have 2 children, and I don't know what they're saying about population growth, because it can't be what they say it is, because my mom came from 13 kids, and most of those kids had 5 at the very most. Some had 2, right? And then most of us, the most anyone had was 3, and that was my sister. And now her kids, she's got 3 sons, but she only has 4 grandchildren out of those 3 sons. And I might have 2. Billy and Andrea are probably they're never going to have grandkids. Bob and Kathy have 1. And my eldest brother doesn't have any. He only has 2 kids, right? So it actually, babies come whenever they're supposed to. That's right. Exactly. It'll happen when it happens. If I'm meant to be there, it'll happen when I'm there. I'm arriving for the due date. That's all I can do. Right? But I kind of hope she's still pregnant when I get there, because I want one more snuggle with that Melly Belly. Hey, Sally! Who are heavenly angels now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Stephanie. You're exactly right, Bev. Would be awesome if you could be there. Well, you know what? It's going to happen the way it's supposed to. I'm not the planner. The creator is. Right? Yes, I will get behind the fan in a second. So, I mean, I've done everything I possibly can. From the day I found out, planned a shower, bought the crib and the stuff. Like they had a registry list, and I just kind of went through it. I didn't. I got her 18 cloth diapers with the snap covers and all that stuff. Like the really expensive fitted ones with pretty pictures on the pants. And the baby food processor for the baby food, and little silicone tubs they could freeze the baby food, and 2 big things of formula just in case she can't nurse, and all of these things, So I'm like, I've done everything as far as I know. I've done everything I can to the best of my ability, and I'm showing up for the date of the baby being born. If the baby isn't born, then it's not my call to be there. It's God's, right? 13 and 15. Our twins would be 17. God had other plans for them, but one day we will see them again. Absolutely. Absolutely. Where is Tyler, Texas? Well, not that I know Texas very well, but there we go again. See, I get talking and I forget. Hey, Sandy Candy. So once I get off here, I'm going to go do dishes. What's today, Tuesday? I'm going to go do dishes. And I'm going to make some cookie dough and freeze it. Upstate New York, worst state ever. Why? Lots of snow? What's wrong with New York? I happen to feel kinship with New York. As a matter of fact, I fell in love with Brooklyn, and a tree grows in Brooklyn, and I've only been there once. But tell you what, I can tell Brooklyn from any other borough in the state just by seeing it on TV. Wow. East Texas. Okay. Errands, but it was nice to finally catch a live. Well, it's good to see you, Lazarus. We're here every morning for December between 10 a.m. and noon. And even if I have to do a tea break with a cup of Tim Hortons while I'm away, get the smoke out of there, but extremely expensive. We live far out of New York City. I had a family member just move to, is it Addison? What the hell is that? Can't find my address book. New York. I do believe. What movie? I don't think it's Attica. I don't think it might be, but it starts with an A. It's not Allentown. It's not anything like that. It's rural, as far as I know. Well, thank you, Shay Marie. I like my long hair too. It's just that I don't like wearing it down because it gets in my way. I get hot. I cook a lot, so it gets, you don't want it getting in the food and all that fun stuff. But Howie's Keurig arrived yesterday, and I mean, it was one of those days everything I touched turned to crap. I got my red tree Christmas wrap, and I went to wrap the present because it showed up. They put the Keurig in a box that says Keurig in the picture on it. Then they put it inside a cardboard box for shipping. But the cardboard box says Keurig on it. Well, I wasn't messing around. I just wrapped it all. I didn't take it out of the box or anything, like the box out of the box, because then he'd see the Keurig box in the porch. Oh, what lights? Oh, I'm going to probably one night go out when it's snowing and take a picture of the house all lit up. It's a couple of movies, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, but the book is best. The book is best. I don't know how many times I've read that book, but I've got it on my reading channel. It's on my reading channel. I've narrated it. The big lights outside. Yeah, Howie fixed the one blue one. So I'm gonna. No, the bears are all. The fruit's all gone. They're gone to their dens for the winter. Just a skimming of snow, enough to say that it's winter. There's not really much snow, but then it's coming. We're going to go, this is how it's going to go, okay? We're going to get to Peterborough, and it's going to start snowing on our way home, and it's not going to stop, and Christmas is going to be white. It is a very good book. It is a very good book. Hey, Edie Murray, how are you, darling? Nothing, Ohio. Well, Ohio's in that one weird, like Ohio is more of a almost a southern state. Like, you know what I mean? But, it was, oh no, climate crisis. No, we've had green Christmases before, but I'll tell you something. It was minus 12 Celsius when I got up this morning. That's about, I don't know, -5, -2 in Fahrenheit. By Lake Erie, the weather is crazy. Oh, wow. We don't have any snow right now, but calling for a storm in New Brunswick tonight. Oh, send it our way after the weekend. But that's okay. I got brand new snow tires on my truck, got lots of windshield washer fluid. You know, 4x4. We'll be all right. The snow is coming. The snow is coming. Trust me, the snow is coming. That really hurts. These really hurt. This, because it rubs. Eh? Oops, there goes that thing again. My glue stick. Going behind my fan to play with my glue stick. -6 in Saskatchewan and lots of snow coming. It's hurly out. It's hurdy out. You were in Ottawa? My God, you must have drove right past my place. I'm in Western Quebec. My brother-in-law's funeral, thank goodness, the weather held out for us. Yeah. Where's Lola? There's Lola Granola. Oh no, that's why I have a machine. I can't, me either. I can't roll to save my life. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get off of here. Hey, Buffalo Estate. And I'm going to go do my dishes. And then I'm going to take up knitting my dishcloths and watching Christmas movies. And I'm going to take some time for me today. Oh, our beef came. Our beef came. That's a video on Life with the Wolfies this week. Even with machine, I get it everywhere. Oh, there's a trick to it. There's a trick to it. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It was like yesterday, everything kind of came to a head and I didn't even see it coming. That's the problem with fibro, guys, is you don't see. You're always walking in pain, and everything is carefully planned, and so that you don't overdo and all that stuff. But it doesn't matter how well you plan and stuff. It's really hard to recognize when something is amiss, because something is always amiss. So it kind of came to a head yesterday. I was, burnt myself, got discombobulated, the Keurig came, the paper ripped, supper burnt. It was just one of those days. But I burnt supper in the crock pot. It was edible, but it was overcooked. And it's like, you know what? It's really time for me just to settle down. And I got my new, I gotta go, just in case you didn't see it last night. Oh. Ow, hang on. Gracie's the type of dog that if dogs talk on the TV or bark, I understand dog language. And so does, and Gracie gets up to the TV and goes, what? What? Or she'll go, hey, right? She's over it now. Why did it stop? Maybe. Okay, so, and then I keep these cards, eh? So, I'll be putting these out on the table. And here's, of course, one of my favorite birthday cards. Bet you'd like to see this guy with just a pair of tiny boxers singing happy birthday. I always save these kind of cards. They're just awesome. I've got to put these two out on the kitchen table because this one never gets old either. So, do you have an aloe vera plant? Yeah, it's almost dead. I had to transplant it, so I don't want to stress it out. I'm going to put a little bit of honey on that, I think. We had that moment earlier in the year. Squirrel got into our bedroom one night, and we lived the whole scene. Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah, I had a duck that would follow me everywhere. Lucky duck. And then he got eaten by a raccoon, and I swore I'd never have ducks again because to me, ducks are more pets than anything. Right? I don't like duck meat. And ducks, have great personalities. Squirrel! Manuka honey. Yeah, next time I'm in Costco, I'm gonna drop the $75 on a bottle of Manuka honey. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go and start today's Tuesday. I'm starting my day off right now. I love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And I'll let you know what the midwife says tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow, because we're about an hour away, I'm going up to see him. I'm pretty sure he'll be in the hospital for at least a month. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I just miss here, Lacey Black? What did I miss? Don't know if you saw, but my dad had his foot amputated. Was he a diabetic? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I am so, so sorry. We'll keep him in our prayers, okay? All right, we'll be keeping your dad in our prayers, Lacey. All right, guys, take care. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right? Here's hoping the midwife says that the baby could happen any day. Because Mel said to me, I think you're going to have a grandbaby in a couple of days. Wouldn't that be awesome? Take care. God bless.